Welcome back. Now, we had a look at Elon Musk's daily routine and what are the benefits, but let's have a look at what you can apply to your daily routine without starting 5 new companies or being burnt out or having no social life, right? Let's have a look at what you could take away for your daily routine and start right away with point number 1, which is use time blocking, but do it realistically. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes that you block to work on one task. No, you can really start simple and look at that you block, for example, 1 hour or 30 minutes just to work on one specific time. Or you can also have a morning deep focus work session. For example, you notice that your most productive time is in the morning, and in the afternoon you're a bit less productive. That means you would protect your morning schedule so that you can do your focused work, and in the afternoon you use it more for communications, meetings, brainstorming sessions, or whatever you have in mind that requires less focus from your side. And the point here is really about structure and not to be too extreme. I need to have 5 minutes focus. No, it's not about that, but it's really about focusing on what is the most important part. That could also imply that you plan some specific time when to answer to emails, when to have meetings, etc. So remember, one of the parts you can take away is the focus time. Let's have a look at the second point, which is prioritize your highest value task. Musk focuses on engineering, design, and problem solving. You need to identify your equivalent, and you can ask yourself, what are 2 to 3 tasks that actually move my life forwards? And that is something very interesting because you focus on what is the most essential part in your daily routine, which one has the highest output, which one has the highest added value for your potential customers. And it means instead of looking left, right, here and there and multiclass and you do so many things at the same time, instead you just look at all of the tasks that you have at hand and you pick out the most fruitful task and focus your energy fully on that. It means instead of doing everything around 80%, you pick out the most important ones and you perform the important task at 100 or more percent, so that when you show your output, you can see the most crucial parts, they are done effortlessly and not perfectly, but they're done in a good result, and that helps you to really increase your outputs. So point number 3 is reduce decision fatigue. Musk wears simple clothes, he eats simple meals, he minimizes small decisions, and you can do the same. That can be, for example, about planning your meals, simplifying your wardrobe, automating bills, creating routines. And it means that the less noise you have in your daily schedule, the more you can focus on specific tasks. Again, coming back to if you were to automate or use simple meals, let's say you have one basic ingredient, but then every single day you add a few spices here and there, it just gives you more time to really think about the most important task and come up with ideas that can be the next big contribution. And imagine what specifically it means is every time you have to make a decision, your brain is using a lot of energy just to come up with the answer. And before you know it, you might start the day, you already think about what am I going to wear, what am I going to do, how blah, blah, blah. And you arrive at work, and despite the energy you had when waking up, you realize that you're really tired. And that is because you have so many small decisions to make already in the morning that just drains your energy, and this you don't want to have. So that is something definitely that you can learn from Elon Musk or apply to your daily routine, which means again it's about routinizing small decisions so that you arrive to the office in top energy. Then let's have a look at point number 4, which is protect your deep work time. It means you concentrate on specific tasks. Turn off those notifications that plop, 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 pop up on the side. This you can change in your inbox, that you don't want to have any notifications, no notifications popping up or no blinking symbol whenever you get a message. It can also mean that you check your inbox only at specific times, or not only at inbox, but also your chat messages, or that you talk to colleagues only at a specific time. It can also mean that you, instead of having 100 open tabs, you just have the ones that are the most relevant for you open at that moment. So you can close all the other 99 and you just have one tab open, because then you're less distracted for doing something else at the same time. And one thing for sure, why do you want to protect your deep work time? Because During your deep work time, that's when you work on the 2 to 3 items that are the most crucial for your daily output. And you want to finish your day saying, yes, 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 I did it. I accomplished my 2 to 3 tasks and I had a massive contribution towards others. So remember, protect your focus time. Like a CEO, nobody can mess around with it. Just focus on the task, turn off notifications. Of course, one thing that could happen, one of your customers or your boss comes around and asks you some questions. You cannot say, hey, go away. I'm focused right now. Of course, here you need to adapt. So this is more the ideal case. Of course, sometimes the situation requires that you adapt to it, but it's generally the idea to really protect your focus time so that you can accomplish your task. Point number 5, build mission-driven discipline. Musk works like this because he believes his work matters. You need to try your own why, because your mission doesn't need to be saving humanity. It just needs to be meaningful to you. And that's something very important, because you need to ask yourself, what is important for you? Why does it matter? And what can you do to work on that? Because once your mission is clear, it will help you to have all the energy you need in order to get up in the morning to work on that mission and really accomplish the goal that you have in mind. Or what we can already see in his schedule is that the mission, having a mission in mind, really gives you superpowers, because you know what you're aiming at and it gives you the energy to do any kind of activities throughout the day. Awesome, right? All right. I know you're super excited to hear the next point, because we already looked at the daily routine. We looked at the benefits. We also looked at the possible points you can implement into your schedule. But now, very, very important, these are the adjustments you need to consider before trying out any of his routine, because his routine is based on his focus on the mission itself. It is very disciplined and it's very relentless in terms of achieving his goal. So that's why let's have a look at point number 1. Know your limits. You can see that his daily schedule is extreme. He works 80 to 100 hours, but maybe you're not able to do that, which is completely fine, because everybody is completely different. You need to look a bit what works for you. So for example, right now you work 40 hours a week. See if you can steadily increase the time and see if it works for you. Because this is very important, that for you need to find a balance between the work but also things that energize you. Because if you just fully work on certain topics but they don't really energize you, of course you need to find a balance. Of course, in Elon's case, it seems that all the different projects he works on, they're already energizing him, so he doesn't need to do any other kind of hobbies or other topics, because again, he's focused on the task and what he's doing energizes him already. So again, start with sustainable habits. Point number 2 is protect your sleep. Must sleep about 6 hours, which I find very incredible, and I would love to be able to sleep 6 hours. But I'm not Elon Musk, I'm Luise Schnelting, and you are you. Which means really look at what kind of sleep your body needs in order to be performing the next day. How many hours of sleep are necessary for you to really get your best and top shape the next day? It can be 6 to 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours. Or maybe you say, oh no, I just love sleeping so much. I need to sleep 9 to 10 hours. It is completely fine, because again, everybody is different. So try it out, what works for you, and also what is sustainable for you. Because once in a while, it's okay to sleep a bit less. But if you notice that it really drains your energy, that you're making mistakes here and there, or that you're completely different, you're a bit more sluggish and not as energetic as usually, then you need to adjust your sleeping routine so that it works for you and you're at the best level the next day. Then let's have a look at point number 3, which is avoid copying the chaos. Musk, he thrives in chaos, but most people don't. So you need a structure that stabilizes you and not overwhelms you. So it means the systems that you set in place, have a look that it supports you, that it helps you to be at the best level possible. For example, what we spoke about earlier, the small decision routines. Have a look if there's something that you want to optimize, or if you prefer not to optimize it and have the chaos, that is completely fine. But really have a look at something that works for you, a system that supports your daily routine. Then the next part is build your routine around your mission, not his. Musk's routine works because it matches his goals. Your routine must match yours. because again, there is no one size fits all. So that means really have a look again at what is important for you, and most importantly, why does it matter for you? If you say, yes, it matters to me because I feel great, ask yourself, why do I feel great? And what you can even do is you continuously ask your question, why? And as you continue asking yourself these questions, you will come up with one of the reasons why this mission is important to you, and you will find the energy to work on those things. For example, in my case, I love working on Simply Put because there's so many great things that I learn throughout the day, and I find it extremely important to share this message with others in order to help you be at the best level possible, to be the next super champion or superhero just with the information I can share with you. And that is something that drives me to continuously work and record more videos to share more content with you. And I'm curious to hear as well what kind of information was interesting for you that helped you be unstoppable. Let me know in the comments. I'm always curious to hear that. Now, we had a look at the points that you need to adjust before even trying out any of his routine, because again, there is no one size fits all. But one thing is for sure, is that Elon Musk's day routine is intense, is focused, chaotic, and deeply mission driven. But the real lesson here is not that you have to work for 100 hours a week. Nope. It's not about this. Instead, the real lesson here is your routine should reflect your mission. Your habits should reflect your priorities. And most importantly, your discipline should reflect the future that you're trying to build. So have a look. And I'm very curious to hear which point you found the most interesting or what you would like to hear more of. Because there will be more videos of daily routines of important people and productive people, also productive people. So let me know in the comments which one you would like to hear more of. And I look forward to hearing from you. See you! Oh, one thing. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you always stay up to date to the latest videos. I look forward to speaking to you. Bye!